Welcome miners and everyone else. Here in this video, I will be showing you my ship. Some of you might notice that it looks like a little bit like a Wargon ship from Babylon 5, the very old series. That was not actually by intention, but it ended up looking a bit like one. I will be guiding you through the build. I will be showing you the weight distribution, and I will be sharing what led me to build this kind of ship and what its purpose is. Feel free to share any comments you have. I might be wrong about multiple things, so please share any ideas and observations that you have. Before we start, I have a small request. If you could subscribe to this channel, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to earn a few coins for a living, but I have not been monetized yet, so I still need few more subscribers. Being out of the job for eons at this point. Anyways, the purpose of this ship is to refine ore, so it is almost like a station, but it's not only the station. The weight without the cargo is about 10,000 tons. With cargo, it can almost double. As you can see, the cargo capacity is around 13,000. When I was, building the ship, what was actually driving me was trying to have a decent amount of metal storage, while keeping that storage near the middle of the mass. There is a small disclaimer. I'm not sure how the mass system exactly works in the game. If you know, let us know, please. Also, let us know what is the total weight of your ship and what is the total cargo capacity. For example, do you have 10,000 tons of storage as I do, and it's completely full, then what is the total weight of your ship? And how the ship behave actually? Have you tried different builds with different weight distributions? So yeah. Initially, when I was designing the ship, my first thought was that I should not build more than 2 medium metal storage next to each other. Simply because I'm not sure how the physics are programmed. Sometimes my ships start to behave very strangely. At the times it looks like some parts were moving differently from the others, glitching back and forth. Maybe it was just a glitch. But it made me wonder, what if there are some, I don't know, hidden forces between the blocks? What if one block can affect another block connected to it and create strain across the structure? Honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's just a game and a glitch. But because of that, I started thinking about how to build a ship that not only, like, let's say, looks decent, but also feels structurally stable. My idea was that basic structure, the tier 2 hub node, should be most likely acting as a perfect building foundation. Storage blocks are connected through relatively few points, which is 2 exactly, to be precise, while hub nodes can connect to many directions, So first I designed the area where the storage is. I wanted decent storage capacity, but I also remembered that one of my previous ships became very difficult to rotate once it was carrying around 8,000 tons. That made me think about weight distribution. The storage blocks themselves are only, let's say, 40 tons, but when you fill it, they can hold more than 1,000. With storage perks even more. That is why I wanted the heavy storage mass concert near the center of the ship. Around that storage I built the hub nodes. In my mind they provide stability and support for the heavier sections. They also have a thrust, so yeah, connect one dot with the second dot and I have this solution. After that I started thinking about the power generation. I did not want tier 2 solar panels attached all over the ship. I kinda want to hide them and keep the ship looking clean. So I came up with this design. There are some tier 2 solar panels, let's say hidden on the sides, and few more towards the rear of the ship. And then I added tier 3 arrays, huge solar panels. So I know they require crew members. That is also decent concern if you want to master your builds. I was maybe trying to minimize the number of people on board, but I do also want to access to tier 3 systems and additional power they provide. That's true, but they also weight usually a little bit more overall if you calculate the total energy production. But it's okay. The ship currently generates around 600 megawatts, maybe 700 where the systems are idle. It fluctuates to 300, which is not very optimal. But the next thing I thought was the heat. My ship generates around 4000 heat. So I wanted to try to install the big tier 2 thermal modules, and best way where to put them is most likely the back. And maybe I needed only one, but I decided to build two. I don't know. The reason I added them was because I expected the assault laser, the big thing in the front, would be like generating a lot of heat during a combat. I haven't tested that yet. Yeah, I do have a tier 3 refineries, specifically two. They're quite heavy. They weigh around 700 tons, but they can refine very quickly and hold the resources. So I have a refinery ship that is capable also to do some serious damage with their weapons. I have also some officers, I can hire more. I have not fully tested all the capabilities yet because the ship is still relatively new. There is also a manufacturer which can produce fuel and ordnance, ammunition. Now let's go with the defense now. So there is a part of idea that the ship should be able to kill Mothership as quickly as possible. So that's why it's something like a hybrid refinery station. And I have a big laser in front. It weighs 1000 tons, by the way. It is really huge amount. And it is one single component. If you combine it with the refineries, you can have like 1/3 of the weight of whole ship in front. If you look at the weapon overlay, we can see two things. The first is the coverage of the plasma cannons around the ship. There are very few blind spots or none. The second is the firing cone of the assault laser, which is crazy long. So it can shoot very long. The ship is also, it has two tier 2 mining modules, and they can reach quite far, I would say. I'm using only tier 1 hangars, and basically this is the ship. If I compare tier 1 hangar with tier 3 hangars, on the end tier 3 hangar will suck less of the energy from your grid, but it is a little bit heavier on the end. Same goes maybe also with the energy arrays, which are the tier 3s, but I guess it's okay. So then these are the ideas that led me to build this way. Now I'm really curious, what do you think? I like this community and I would like to maybe give the opportunity to share thoughts in the comments, share your builds and stuff like that. Of course there is also Discord, official Discord, but you can do it under the video. I believe the devs, if they are not programming, they might be reading some comments to find out the next thing they should be focusing on. So, do you think the mass matters? Distributing the highest mass modules in the middle? Am I completely wrong? Is the ship like terrible? Let me know in the comments. Thank you.